about to take it out. Alright, there's the little crack, the little chip that we're going to be taking out. So this is how to do it so you don't get scammed by other shops to charge you an arm and a leg. But here it is. I'll show you guys with this kit right here. So it has to be less than a quarter, right? Right there. Boom. So we're just laying everything out. Is a Permatex windshield repair kit. I'll put this down below in the description so you guys can have the actual link to it. And Eric just laid everything out. So let's get it. It's gonna take about, the whole process is about what, an hour and a half, right? 1 hour, an hour and a half. That's like after waiting, doing the first step. So let's walk y'all through it.
Alright, so we got our Thumbtack. We're gonna go to the crack and start picking at the crack and taking out any excess glass or anything like that. Just pick at it and allow the resin to just get in there. This is an interesting crack. Step number 2, get our alcohol wipe and just wipe away any excess debris or anything like that. Make sure the air is all clean. Alrighty, then you want to grab your adhesive disc. You want to peel off one of the sides, and all you're doing is putting the crack right in the middle, right in the center of the disc. Just gonna use this end. So go to your crack facing upward. Get right in the center. Okay. Alrighty, so you want to peel off the other side of your adhesive disc. Alright, so after you peel off the other side of your adhesive disc, you want to grab your pedestal and just place it exactly the way the disc looks. Next, you want to grab your resin tube and you're going to just twist off that cap. Alrighty, and then all we're doing is we're going to pour the resin directly into the pedestal and just fill it up. You want to make sure that you don't overflow it, so if you have any that goes over, just wipe it off, have a rag nearby.
Fill me up, Lord. There you go.
Just as much
Very
as you
top.
can.
I see that. Nice. It's filled. Don't want to overflow. Not this time.
Alright, so you want to get your plunger, put that directly into the pedestal, and you want to pull all the way to the lowest setting. You'll see it right here. You're just pulling it up. You're going to have some resistance, but make sure you don't pull the whole pedestal up. Be careful and go to the lowest setting right there and lock it in. So you see that there's 1 and then there's 2. So make sure you get that lowest setting. And what it's doing is creating a vacuum and sucking up all those air bubbles. Just knock around the crack and that'll just allow the resin to just get in every part of the crack that it can and have a overall better looking repair. So pro tip.
So this process is 10 minutes once you pull it up. See, and then you're going to start to see the bubbles right at the bottom. 10 minutes, y'all. 10 minutes for this process. We're almost there. It's time. Timer. Let's do it.
Alrighty, so after you've been waiting that 10 minutes, you want to get your plunger. You want to first take it out slowly. You don't want the whole thing to explode, so you got to let some air in there. So you got to take it out, depressurize it, and then you want to put it back in. Do not move this yet, so make sure you put it back in. Don't move it. You get your syringe, hold it down, and you want to push it to the uppermost setting. So all you're doing is putting it to that next notch over, and you're going to wait another 20 minutes. You can do the same thing. You can knock around it, make sure all those cracks be filled with the resin, and you're waiting 20 minutes. Alright y'all, it's been 20 minutes. We waited, and so next thing we're gonna do is remove the syringe. So just remove it carefully. Make sure you don't get that on your paint or anything like that. And then, so you want to remove the pedestal, remove the adhesive. So you get your razor blade and just peel it back. So all you're doing is taking the adhesive off. The resin's still going to be wet, so just be careful. Next thing we're going to do, we're going to get your resin in this clear piece of plastic. You want to put a drop of resin on that plastic. And what you're doing is putting this directly onto the crack. So you want to put that on there and just make sure you squeeze all the air bubbles out. So you get your razor, get all the air bubbles. Doesn't have to be perfect, but this is part of the last curing process. And so you want to wipe away your extra. It's not a big deal if you get it on your windshield. You could clean it up with a razor if you have too much. Alright, so now we're gonna wait 15 minutes to an hour. Just depends on if your car is in the garage or if it's in the sun. So we can go ahead and move the car to the out in the open and wait 15 minutes.
We're moving it outside so it can get done quicker.
Alright y'all, it's been 15 minutes. We're gonna go ahead, take this plastic piece off, and if you see any extra resin that you want to take off, just go ahead and get your razor blade, just get some water, spray it, and you want to just shave it off until it's smooth. You'll hear it, you'll feel it until it's very smooth. You can wipe off the excess, and now that thing, you can barely feel anything. And now that crack is sealed, it's good, it's not going to spread anymore, and you don't have to spend a couple $100. That's good. It's sealed.
Smooth. Wow, it's super smooth. It's filled.